This is not good, guys. This is not good whatsoever. This fundamentally gives so much more credibility to what I talked about yesterday in a very scary lens. Because people might chop this up to overreaction or nothing too serious, but this gives us a peek at the Japanese community as well, and what's currently going on overseas. So let's get into everything that's going on, the brass tacks, and just what's happening here. Let's dive headfirst into it. So this is a noodle ad that came out a few weeks back on February 6th, and, it's now starting to make a lot of traction around the world for these last 30 to 40 or so hours. A lot of people are now starting to talk about it. A lot of content creators are speaking out about it. Japanese content creators as well. There's people in Japanese discussing the situation as well here. There's a lot of conversation around this commercial, as you can get. I even pitched it. I was like, how are people finding this basically sexual? Am I missing something? There is a lot of conversation right now. And for you think that it is the West, for instance, new anime fans or people that are just in the West in different countries that's not in Japan complaining about it, that is not the case. It is actually Japanese fans, mainly Japanese feminists, that are very upset with this ad that has come out. So before I go any further, and I really dive into everything, let's look at this ad, and let's see if it really is, quote-unquote, sexual or not. Let's see. Let's play it. I'll play it right now, and then we can draw our own conclusions. Now, I've already seen this, obviously. But it's just a standard person eating food. I guess you could say ASMR, but to say ASMR is always like 18 plus content, I think is a little bit of a reach. Just gonna be honest there. But as you can see, it's a standard noodle commercial. That's what it is. But if you take one hard look at just the stats here for this tweet, almost 200 million views on just this alone, 91k likes with 41k retweets. I think that paints a pretty big picture of a lot of complaints going on. There is some positivity, I think, but overall, there is a lot of negativity around this ad. And as anyone that has probably a normal functioning brain that isn't rotted, to the ends of the earth, I think you're going to look at this ad and be like, what's wrong with it? It's an ad. Like, I want to be honest with you. If we got ads like this in, where I live, if I got this, I would watch this. I'll watch ads like this because this is a hella good looking ad. I'm not even gonna lie. This is a really good ad. It makes the food look good. It makes me want to eat some ramen noodles. I'm not even gonna lie. So I'm thinking, like, what is so sexual about this PV? Well, we got to get into what a lot of people are complaining about. Like, different creators and stuff are talking about. The Japanese are talking about, as you can see here. Apparently, it comes down to, blushing. For instance, the character here in question, her blushing at the food is one thing that is setting off Japanese feminists right now. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you're telling me it's wrong for a female to blush? That's sexualizing them? Really? What? So, this is, now, once again, this sounds like a nothing burger, okay? It does. Like, this whole situation, this drama just sounds so immature and hilarious. But this gives more credibility to what I talked about yesterday, and that anime, in general, and manga, is having quite a shift culturally as of late. There is a ongoing external pressure from Western companies to force Japan to bow and censor itself. But it seems like it's not just externally, it's also happening internally. I mean, this alone really just gives credibility to that. I mean, the fact that you have the Japanese community getting upset with this, I think speaks volumes. And it's concerning, because a lot of people might be like, doesn't matter, it's just a few people. But look at what happened to the gaming community and all that, okay? And at the end of the day, these Japanese companies are going to take a look at the community, their citizens, the Japanese citizens, and if they're a loud voice that does this a lot, it's going to cause these Japanese companies to change. It makes a lot of sense why. I mean, they would listen to their citizens over people from outside of, their country. So if this movement continues to get more traction and a lot more people become like this, it's going to result in basically just rapid censorship of a lot of content. I mean, we're at the point, apparently, right now, to where a female character blushing is bad. We have gone so downhill. Like, the anime and manga community is so muddied right now, it is insane that we have reached this point. And the fact that it is not, like, Western fans, and this is straight up Japanese, like, citizens doing this, is even crazier to me. I wanted to bring this to everyone's attention because it's like people are wondering if it was only the West that was doing stuff like that, but it seems like Japan is also having quite a crisis on its hands with stuff like this, which is concerning. Very, very concerning. Yikes. This is oh man. Oh, this is going to be a rough decade, ain't it? This is going to be a rough decade for anime and manga. I feel like in the next 5 years, we're going to take a look back at these times, and anime and manga is going to just be so different in the next 5 years, it's not even going to probably look the same. I have that feeling. I'll leave it at that, though. Just wanted to bring this up. This is something that's circulating and stuff, and I see a lot of people talking about now, so tell me your thoughts on it. Do you think this is a problematic ad? Do you think that it should be censored because the character blushed, or even some ASMR voice, which I don't think because it's ASMR, it automatically means it is, like, 18 plus content. Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments below, but I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much. Be safe, stay healthy, and I love you guys. Chibi out.